Obviously, the world is still reeling over the passing of actor Chadwick Boseman. The actor died at 43 following a 4-year battle with colon cancer. A statement was released on Chadwick's official social media accounts on Friday night, and this final tweet has actually become the most liked tweet in Twitter history. In the final message, it said, "It is with immeasurable grief that we confirm the passing of Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer in 2016 and battled it with these last 4 years as it progressed to stage 4. The statement went on to say, "A true fighter, Chadwick persevered through it all and brought you many of the films you have come to love so much. In short, the family thanks you for your love and prayers and asks that you continue to respect their privacy during this difficult time."
Yeah, Denny. So that tweet, as you said, more than 6 million likes at this point, at the last time I checked. And, I think it was one of those things, I'm sure you had a similar experience to me and to all of us, where when that news hit your phone, you looked at it
Mm,
twice. You said, wait a minute,
absolutely.
is that right? Am I there thinking of the right person? Because it was just so shocking. Chadwick
Right.
Boseman had been keeping this cancer battle private. And of course, as we know, that is his choice to do and was his choice to do. But he was such a beloved actor by fans and in the Hollywood community for both the superheroes he played on screen and the superhero he was in real life.
Hmm.
And Hollywood, the reactions are pouring in. I want to start with one from Denzel Washington, because he released a statement that said of Chadwick, he was a gentle soul and a brilliant artist who will stay with us for eternity through his iconic performances over his short yet illustrious career. And I saw this over the weekend. Denzel and Chadwick had this history where
Hmm.
Chadwick was studying theater in school. And Denzel,
Yes.
along with, I believe, Felicia Rashad and a couple other people, had offered to pay for the classes for some students. And Chadwick was one of those students. And he got this letter saying, Denzel Washington and other people have
Yeah.
just covered your tuition. And Chadwick said, as a
Tuition.
struggling actor, that was life changing for him. And then he made it. And one day he got to meet Denzel and thank him in person. And Denzel said, "Oh, so you owe me money?" So it was like
Right.
this this
No,
incredible moment, where he got his icon helped make him a star, and it was full circle.
and he talked about that full circle moment when he paid tribute to Denzel at Denzel's AFI Lifetime Achievement. And, he said that there would be no Black Panther without Denzel. And, it's true, but also there's just so many of full circle moments that so many of his former co-stars and friends in the business have shared, including Angela Bassett. They, of course, co-starred together in Black Panther. And when she posted on Instagram, she actually revealed that there was a story with the two of them that she was even unaware of during the premiere party for Black Panther. Like after it premiered, Chadwick took the time to remind her that, when she was receiving her honorary degree from Howard University, his alma mater, he was actually the student that was assigned to escort her that day. And he didn't even tell her while they were filming the film. He waited until the party, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, of course, this is divine, manifest destiny." Like years later, we're
Mhm.
friends and colleagues, enjoying the most glorious night together. And that I feel like there's been so many stories to come out after this news where we get to really get a glimpse of what Chadwick was like as a human being, because I think he really held his life and who he really was really privately, because for him, acting was a job, but it was also his art, and so I love that we're seeing this human side of him as well.
Well, yeah, I think and what you're seeing here too is like how small the Hollywood community really is, right? I mean, I know these people to viewers they can seem untouchable, and he was a superhero, but they're also artists who know each other, many of whom studied together, who have worked so hard and so long in the industry that they do have these histories with each other, and real friendships. Issa Rae posted on Instagram, "Fell asleep crying, woke up crying. I don't know why this one hurts so badly. Maybe it's because we lost a literal Black superhero. Maybe it's because your
Mhm.
grace, class, kindness, and dignity is so rare." And she went on to say more there. But as you said, just speaking to who he was as a person, whatever his reasons were for keeping this battle with cancer private, pictures had surfaced of him, or he'd been on social media and he looked thinner. And some people online speculated really cruelly. And he never came out and said, well, no, this is the real reason. He still held his head high and was continuing to work hard on his projects. And like you said, just make his art.
I think that's why this was the biggest shock, right? Because for a lot of people, even those who considered, Chadwick a close friend, I don't think they were aware of this private battle that was going on. And mainly because you would never know, because he was putting out so much work, because he was still auditioning and going out for all of these roles pre and post Black Panther. In fact, Black Panther director Ryan Coogler, he released a lengthy statement, and he said that Chad deeply valued his privacy, and so that Ryan says he wasn't privy to details of his illness. He goes on to say, after his family released their statement, I realized that he was living with his illness the entire time I knew him. Because he was a caretaker, a leader, and a man of faith, dignity, and pride, he shielded his collaborators from his suffering. He lived a beautiful life, and he made great art. Meanwhile, we're hearing that Michael B. Jordan, his Black Panther co-star, he has yet to release a statement following the news of Boseman's death, but ET has learned that Michael is struggling and beyond sad by this news. In fact, we know that Boseman was more than a friend to him. He was a brother, and he's currently trying to figure out the best way to honor his co-star's legacy. His silence is his pain, ET is told.
Yeah, I think we saw something similar with some of the people really close to Kobe Bryant when we lost him earlier this year, and people comment them on social media like, LeBron, why aren't you saying anything, or whoever, or when we lost Naya Rivera and some of the Glee cast hadn't spoken out yet.
Right.
When those relationships are that real and that close, all I want to do is say, speak when you want to or don't in your own time, because you're in grief. You're in this state of shock. And if we're feeling the way that we're feeling just as fans who only knew him through his work, how are the people who are really closest to him and really knew him feeling? And you hope that people can be sensitive at moments like that. Just because you're not saying anything doesn't mean you're not feeling.
Absolutely. Well said. And I feel like, we got a little glimpse of Michael and Chadwick's bond in particular on the film, but Chadwick actually opened up to ET as well about their connection and how that bond got even closer during production. Take a look.
We all watch each other's work and respect each other. And it was important, I think, for Michael and I to buy into being in this movie together. He had to buy into playing a villain, which is something he hasn't done. I had to buy into playing, to having the weight of the hero, and sometimes the villain has fun. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that we both had to buy into doing together and to collaborating together. And I knew we're tied together to a certain degree forever. It's like Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, because these two characters are essentially two sides of the same coin.
It's almost heartbreaking to watch that back.
Yeah, and the fact that we knew a Black Panther sequel was set to go into production, I think we all assumed, of course, that Chadwick Boseman would be playing Black Panther, and would be in the lead role, and I think we've heard that production hadn't really gotten underway yet. It's unclear what will happen. Some fans are now calling for the part to not be recast. But at the same time, Black Panther was this superhero who inspired so many kids, and you've seen little kids. I've seen little kids on social media, like holding memorials with their toys because Black Panther meant so much to them. So I think it's going to have to be really carefully handled how to move forward from here for the franchise. And it's also just too soon to even address that when you consider that, like Ryan Coogler is saying, he didn't even know. So I'm sure that so many people are still processing this, and we're even finding out more about, for example, in that statement that is now the most liked tweet on Twitter from his family revealing that he had died. They mentioned his wife. The public didn't even really know that Chadwick had gotten married to his longtime partner.
Yeah, that's right. Taylor Simone Ledward. It wasn't until that statement was released that we realized that they did, in fact, tie the knot before his death. In fact, in the statement it said he died in his home with his wife and family by his side. He, like his cancer battle, Chadwick really kept this relationship out of the public eye. I mean, they were like seen together for the first time in 2015, and she did go to the Oscars with him in 2018, but they did not pose on a red carpet until the next year at the SAG Awards, I believe it was, in 2019. So I feel like, no matter what, I think we can agree that Chadwick's legacy will be these loved ones that he's leaving behind, but also his work, the superhero he portrayed on screen, and the young superheroes he inspired. Young Black kids who could watch Black Panther and see themselves reflected on the big screen in a Marvel superhero movie, and so many countless other roles on film. So that will be his legacy, and we're certainly going to continue remembering Chadwick on Entertainment Tonight. You can check your local listings for that tonight.